The Philadelphia Eagles begin a 2-week road trip this week as we get set to kick off the Eagles game here in week 5 of the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles traveling out to SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Rams. The Eagles hoping to rise to 5-0 this week, continuing a perfect start that hasn't looked quite as good, if you were to ask many Eagles fans, as last year's 5-0 start. While Coach Sirianni does dispute the fact that 4-0 is a 4-0 start, and the Eagles have looked really good, the rest of the fan base might not agree that the Eagles' first 4 games have been their best games so far, but the Eagles have found ways to win all 4 of them, and that has been the deciding factor here. The Eagles traveling out to face off against the Los Angeles Rams team that has already looked better than most people anticipated. The Los Angeles Rams will be celebrating the return of Cooper Kupp to the field today. He has spent the previous 4 weeks of the season sidelined with injury, and he will rejoin the field alongside another new threat, rookie Puka Nacua, one of the wide receivers who, going into this week's game, has caught 39 passes for 501 yards. He's also got 1 touchdown. That's an average of 12.8 yards per catch, and that is a huge threat. The Eagles may have their hands full in the secondary when it comes to trying to keep these guys in check. We'll see how things turn out here as we head over to SoFi Stadium. Thank you so much for joining Bird's Nest Media's coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you for tuning in here. Coming into the game today, we did have the inactive list dropped earlier today. The inactive list drops about 90 minutes beforehand. For those of you who don't know what the inactive list is, while the Eagles are allowed to have 53 players on the roster, they are required to only dress 48 of those players. So the inactive list came out for both teams earlier today. The Eagles have listed as inactive Tanner McKee. He is going to be the emergency third quarterback as part of the new rules this year. The Eagles will also have inactive Rashad Penny, one of the running backs, safety Sidney Brown, defensive tackle Marlon Tuipulotu, and defensive tackle Fletcher Cox. In addition, the Eagles have placed Cam Jurgens on the injured reserve list for the year. So Sua Opeta will be starting at the right guard position for the Philadelphia Eagles this week. For the Rams, the inactive list includes right guard Joe Noteboom, right tackle Zach Thomas, wide receiver Demarcus Robinson, defensive tackle Desjuan Johnson, and linebacker Nick Hampton. So those players will not see the field today. Tanner McKee might, in the hopefully very unlikely event that both Jalen Hurts and Marcus Mariota get injured. Tanner McKee would be able to step in and play. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out and to watch this game with us here. This game is this game is available on Fox if you wanted to watch it live. I won't be able to have the video here. I know if you are paying for NFL Sunday Ticket, you'll be able to get it if you're outside of the Philly market. But if you're not in the Philly market, you might not get a game right now. So on Fox. So I appreciate you guys taking the time here and hanging out with us. It is genuinely appreciated. there's so many places that you could be spending today's game watching, and you're choosing to spend it here. And I'm always grateful for you. Don't ever think that I take that for granted, because I don't. Really appreciate you, however long you choose to hang out here for this game. I will say, what a sports weekend for Philadelphia this weekend. So, I mean, just even in the broader scale of things. So certainly the uh, Eagles playing today. The Eagles have a chance to go to 5-0, whereas the in the other sport that that Philly sports fans are monitoring, the Philadelphia Phillies just had a really, really good win, a shutout victory over the Atlanta Braves yesterday. That's huge, and it cannot be overestimated how exciting that is for Philly sports fans. So, but we're here, we're hanging out. The game is, again, it's going to be at SoFi Stadium. SoFi Stadium is technically a domed stadium. Just for some fun facts, there, it's technically a domed stadium, but it has a lot of open air and it's not air conditioned, so it could be quite busy there. I'm just saying, I've got in the background here, I've got the Steelers taking on the Ravens, and the Steelers just recovered another Ravens fumble. So that game is going to be disastrous for Baltimore. Take a quick look while we're here, while we're hanging out. Let's take a look real quick at some of these live scores here, just to keep you updated on how this game, or how the league is going right now. Whoops. Did not mean to have that tab open there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the early games are starting to wrap up here. We've got the Texans Falcons. The Falcons are looking like they're going to defeat the Texans this week. Lions taking on the Panthers. It's the battle of the cats there, and the Lions are proving to be the far superior cat. The Colts taking on the Titans. The Colts welcoming back Jonathan Taylor. The Titans have the ball, but they are it's 3rd and 10 from their own 40-yard line. In the fourth quarter, it's not looking good for them. There could be something going on for them, though. Giants Dolphins, you can't see that because I'm blocking it, unfortunately. Giants Dolphins. Giants are predictably losing to the Miami Dolphins. And then you've got the New Orleans Saints absolutely destroying the New England Patriots 34-0. Patriots have the ball 3rd and 5 at the 17-yard line of New England, but that game is dead. Like, New England's dead. New England is dead in that game. Steelers have the football 14-10. They just recovered that fumble there. They are inside the 2-minute warning. So it's going to be some wild early games going on, and then one game it looks like actually just wrapped up. Titans Colts is final now. So Titans Colts is done. 23-16 Indianapolis. No surprise there. The really early game, Jaguars at Bills. Technically Jaguars at Bills, but it's a London game, so what are you going to do? So yeah, that's going to be a very interesting setup here. So again, I appreciate all of you hanging out and joining us here. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff for the Eagles. We're about 10 minutes away. I've got this the Steelers game on here on CBS right now, just as it wraps up. Fox does not have a game on for us here in the Philadelphia market because, again, broadcasting restrictions. keep Fox from airing the doubleheader because it's CBS's turn to air a doubleheader this week. So they kind of go back and forth. So if you're ever watching and you wonder why is there's 4 o'clock games that are airing on CBS. Why is CBS cutting away to other programming? That's why, because Fox has the doubleheader, and vice versa. So this week, right now, if I were to switch over to Fox right now, I'd have the top 25 WWE events. So yeah, it's a little crazy here, but yeah, we're watching the last few 1 o'clock games wrap up here before the Eagles get their kickoff. The Eagles will kick off at 4:05 p.m. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, and we will once kickoff is ready, we will bring that over to you. The game that I'm blocking now is the Saints Patriots. That is 34-0, and that's honestly not a game that anybody really wants to check out right now. Pittsburgh just kicked a field goal, so that's gonna probably wind it down for them. They've got 49 seconds left over there in Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. So Baltimore has an opportunity to drive down the field. We'll see what happens on that front there. But we're winding down, so we'll probably be able to switch over to the Eagles kickoff in just a couple of moments here. Again, the game is a 4:05 start. If you are in the Philly market or in a market where this game is going to be aired, it is aired on Fox. But Fox has CBS has the doubleheader. So if you're not in a area that would be covered by this game, Fox is going to cut away to other programming. So I appreciate you hanging out here. You'll also be able to catch it on Sunday Ticket too. Yeah, we're just here. We're having a good time. Getting ready to tune in here to watch this game. Ravens are doing their last gasp right now. Fletcher Cox out for the game. He's got a back injury. Fletcher Cox. I mentioned this in the podcast episode that we pushed out on Friday here. The Fletcher Cox has played 70% of the defensive snaps so far. So for him to be out, and also Marlon Tuipulotu is also out for the Eagles on the defensive line. So that should open up a lot more opportunity for Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. But yeah, we'll see how those things pan out there. Almost time, so I'm able to. It's time for almost time for the game to kick off here. So again, I appreciate y'all hanging out. What games from the early block were you most excited about? What games were you surprised about? I'm really surprised at how the Saints Patriots game ended in a shutout for New England. I'm really surprised by that. I'm glad the Ravens Steelers was competitive. So, alrighty, we are getting to that point in time here, so I appreciate y'all hanging out. As games wrap up, and I'll certainly try to keep you guys apprised of other games too if you're at all interested in that. But our focus here is going to be the Eagles taking on the Rams, and that game is going to be underway in about 5 minutes. We've got kickoff coming to you here. So we're just waiting for everything here to pan out. I appreciate all of you choosing to spend your day with us this late Sunday afternoon as the Eagles take on the Los Angeles Rams. They are taking us out now to the Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Rams, doing the national anthem out there. In just a few minutes, we'll probably find out what the coin toss is going to be. Reports from Adam Schefter earlier today indicated that the NFL is looking into the brotherly shove, the NFL Competition Committee and the NFLPA, particularly after the Giants attempted to run it and the Giants incurred some injuries on the play. Big thing that you might not know about that particular play and how the Giants ran it is that the Giants didn't prep their players at all for the running of that play. So in general, it's just a QB sneak with some extra help, but the brotherly shove play is under some review by the NFL Competition Committee and the NFLPA. For there would be no change over the course of this season. They are showing statistics here. The Eagles offensively do look statistically very similar. They're showing some statistics up there on the broadcast. So we are just about 3 minutes away from kickoff. Pittsburgh is going to win is going to win over Baltimore. Miami, as probably everybody guessed at this point, is going to defeat the New York Giants. The Lions have not yet reached the 2-minute warning, but they're probably going to defeat the Panthers. Atlanta has the ball. They are in their game against Houston. It's 19-18. But I think they might just narrowly lose that game because they just did a. Oh no, the Houston just did that. You know what? They were doing some updates here, so Atlanta actually probably going to pull ahead and defeat Houston. Crazy. So all the early block games are wrapping up. What were the most interesting early block games that you saw? Drop it in the comments here. I'd love to hear from you. It is 71 degrees out in Los Angeles with 59% humidity, winds coming from the southwest at 3 miles an hour. SoFi Stadium technically has a dome over it, but it's got a lot of openness and it's actually not really a closed stadium. So there is wind that comes in and what have you. So looks like the Eagles will be receiving. No, it looks like it looks like the Eagles will be receiving the kickoff. So the Rams won the toss and deferred, most likely, is what's going on there. Appreciate everybody hanging out here. This is going to be a fun game. Sure, it's going to be an exciting game. The Rams have proved to be a little bit better of a team than than people were expecting them to be this season. So we shall see what happens. So we're just hanging out. Appreciate all of you as you hang out here. We are getting ready for kickoff. The Rams are set to kick it away. Brett Maher out to kick it off. And I'm sorry. It's Evans, actually. And the kick is away. And it's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback, and that will bring up Philadelphia Eagles football at their own 25-yard line to get things started. Jalen Hurts has started 22 games this season. He has won 21 of them. He's only lost one of his regular season starts. He's only lost one of his regular season starts. So that's going to be, he's hoping to keep that streak going. Certainly one of the longest streaks in the league right now. Hurts lines up in the gun. DeAndre Swift lines up to his right. Eagles wearing all white today. Hurts takes the snap. He throws, and it's a quick pass, and it's caught, and it is going to be down around the 29, and that is Quez Watkins, who is back from injury this week as well. So Quez Watkins on the quick grab there. They are going to rule him down at the 30, so that is a 5-yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles at their own 30-yard line. Referee for the game is Bill Vinovich. Umpire Alex Moore. Down judge Dale Keller. Line judge Mark Perlman. I'll finish that roster eventually. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift to his left, takes the snap. He's back, he throws. It's caught, and that is Dallas Goedert, who's going to get the first down and get up to about the 41, 42-yard line. That is a time to move the chains because it is an Eagles first down. Just moving forward there quite a bit. They're going to rule him down at the 42. So Jalen Hurts lines up in the gun. DeAndre Swift lines up to his left. Takes the snap. He's back. He throws. That's going to be another Dallas Goedert catch. He's going to get into Rams territory, picks up the first down, and gets down to about the 40-yard line. It's going to be down inbounds, so that is going to be a running clock. They will rule him down officially at the 39-yard line. And that is... We're moving the chains again because it's another Eagles first down. Mad props to Goddard for trying to stay on top of that one there. So Hurts is going to line up in the gun. Swift initially starts behind him and then moves to his right. Got 5 seconds left on this play clock here. Swift takes a snap, Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift, who's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4. They're going to officially say he picked up 3 yards, so that is going to be 2nd and 7 from the Rams' 36-yard line. Eagles moving down the field quickly here. We are inside of 13 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift lines up behind him. Sends Smith in motion and then takes a snap, throws, fires, caught by A.J. Brown, who is going to get that around the 29-yard line. They are going to rule him down beyond the 29-yard line. So we are moving the chains here, folks. It's another first down. So Hurts is going to line up in the gun. Swift to his left. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. Hurts rolls out, throws, caught by Goddard. He's going to be down short of the first down marker, probably around the 21-yard line. Yeah, they will roll him down at the 21-yard line, so that is going to bring up 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Appreciate you guys hanging out here, folks. We've got about 11 and a half minutes left to play in the first quarter. We do have a running clock here. Hurts lines up in the gun, Swift to his left. Goddard to the near side. Brown and Smith to the far side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift, who's going to fight for the first down, and he's going to get it. And that is going to be brought down at the 17-yard line. So that is another Eagles first down, folks. Eagles are driving here. This has been 7 plays so far, and they've moved it 58 yards in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds so far. And this clock is still running. Hurts is going to line up in the gun, empty backfield. Brown to the far side. Smith in the slot to the near side. Hurts. Got to get it off. Takes a snap. He's back. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to keep rolling, and he's going to pick up a couple before he runs out of bounds. They're going to officially rule him picking up 2, so that is 2nd and 8. That does get him to the Rams' 15-yard line. So 2nd and 8 for the Eagles, and the Eagles are in the red zone. Eagles have not been all that successful so far in the red zone this season. They've been successful, but not as. Hurts lines up in the gun, Swift to his right, Brown to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, and Hurts is going to take it himself. He's going to run, he's going to pick up the first down and get brought down around the 5-yard line. So that is going to be 1st and goal for the Eagles from the 5-yard line. That's a big pickup there. So, 1st and goal. Hurts takes a snap, fakes a handoff to Swift, throws, looking for Devontae Smith, but overthrows him out of bounds, incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Eagles. We are at 9 minutes and 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter here. Eagles have had 10 plays, 70 yards, and held the ball for about 5.5 minutes. They're about. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift lines up to his left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift, who's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of about 1 there. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6. The Eagles, again, have not been all that great in the red zone. They've been good, but they could have been a lot better. Their red zone offense has left some opportunities on the board. 3rd and goal here. You're inside of 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Hurts lines up in the gun. We've got Kenneth Gainwell in now. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his right. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. That is going to be caught by Dallas Goedert for the touchdown. That is a touchdown for Dallas Goedert, and the Philadelphia Eagles strike first. They get first blood. It is going to be 6-0 for the Eagles, pending the outcome of the extra point here. But that is a big way to start. March down the field, march 75 yards down the field in 12 plays, 6 minutes and 23 seconds for the touchdown. And that's going to bring on Jake Elliott, who's going to attempt the extra point. And the snap, the hold, the kick is good. And with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter, the score is the Philadelphia Eagles 7. The Los Angeles Rams 0. Big start for the Eagles right there. What did you guys think about that first drive? That was a really good first drive in my opinion. But what do you guys think? That seemed to be a good start. That's the start that you want to have, because especially when you're the Eagles. Again, as I indicated, the Eagles' red zone offense. The Eagles are 6 for 13 in the red zone and 6 for 9 in goal to go situations coming into this game. So for the Eagles to start up, go, march down the field 75 yards, get into the red zone, get into a goal-to-go situation, and be able to capitalize on that. The Rams are going to do that. The Rams coming into this game, the Rams definitely have done so. They are 8 for 13 in red zone offense and 7 for 8 in goal-to-go situations. So that's coming into, those were all coming into this game. So we'll see how the Eagles are able to respond, how the Eagles defense is going to be able to respond and cover the Rams and try to keep them from doing what the Eagles just did, marching down the field. But let me know what you think. I think that was a great first drive. But I appreciate all of you hanging out regardless. Really helps out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. Really helps the channel out. Really helps us be able to continue to provide some awesome content for you. Got some good stuff in the works. Some interviews that are I'm still trying to finalize dates for, but definitely have confirmations that the subjects are interested. So, but here we go. We are coming back from commercial, and the Eagles are going to kick this away in just a few moments here to the Los Angeles Rams. And we will see Matthew Stafford come onto the field in just a few moments. Dallas Goedert was the standout star of that drive. Four catches for 45 yards, including the touchdown. And Elliott goes to kick it away. And it is going out of the end zone. So that is going to be a touchback, and the Rams will start on their own 25-yard line. So we'll see how the Rams answer and how the Eagles defense is able to step up to the occasion here. Stafford lines up in the gun, takes a snap quickly. He throws. It is incomplete. His target was Higbee. That's Tyler Higbee, the tight end. But no gain because of the incomplete pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams. Stafford lines up in the gun. Kyron Williams, running back, lines up to his left. Stafford takes a snap. He throws. It is, they're going to say complete. It was complete to Puka Nacua. That's our first Puka Nacua sighting of the day. It is going to be brought down around the 31-yard line, 3rd and 4 for the Rams. So 3rd and 4. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams lines up to his right. Stafford takes a snap. He's back. He fires. It's going to be complete to Cooper Kupp, who's going to get to around the 45-yard line, get officially dropped down around the 47 or 48-yard line. That will bring up a Rams first down. And that is the kind of stuff that Cooper Kupp can be really dangerous when it comes to. Stafford lines up in the gun with an empty backfield. Williams lines up in the receiver slot to the near side. All the rest of the receivers on the far side. Stafford takes a snap, throws. It's going to be caught by Cooper Kupp again. He's going to pick up another first down that's going to get into Eagles territory. Brought down by Jordan Evans, but that is a gain of 11 yards and another first down for the Rams. Nicholas Morrow is also on the coverage there. So Matthew Stafford lines up again, empty backfield. Stafford takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. There's pressure. He throws. Incomplete. Target was Cooper Kupp. There is a flag on this play. And they're probably going to get Reed Blankenship for pass interference. There was no foul for illegal contact. So they picked the flag up. There is no flag. It is 2nd and 10. The ball was in the air. So it is an incomplete pass intended for Cooper Kupp. Reed Blankenship is on the stop there on the pass breakup. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Eagles 41. Kupp lines up in the gun. Williams lines up to his left, takes a snap, hands it off to Williams. He's going to pick up 2 before he falls. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Rams from the Eagles' 39-yard line. Need a big 3rd down stop right here, guys. Be huge to force them to come away with a field goal at best. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his left. Make the adjustments. Takes the snap. He's back. He's throwing. It is caught by Cooper Kupp, who is going to pick up the 1st down. So they did not get the 3rd down stop. It is 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Eagles' 31-yard line. The Eagles have been doing a decent enough job at getting pressure to Stafford, but it's not been great. And now Kupp is going off to the sideline. So 1st and 10 for the Rams from the Eagles' 31-yard line. Stafford lines up under center, takes a snap, does a quick dump off to Williams, who's behind him, who runs, and he is ultimately tripped up and forced out of bounds around the 24-yard line. So that is going to bring up a 2nd and short situation. And not thrilled about this Rams drive, I will say that. Some blown opportunities there. So 2nd and 3. It's still 7-0. We got about 5 minutes left to play in this first quarter here. Stafford lines up under center. Williams in the backfield. Sends Nacua in motion. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Williams, who is going to get stopped. He tried to get more, but he was brought down. It's 3rd and 1 from the Eagles' 22-yard line. So we'll see what the Rams dial up for this scenario. We need a stop here, guys. We need a stop. We need a big 3rd down play here to keep this drive from scoring a touchdown. No more 1st downs, guys. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his right. Play clock winding down. Takes the snap. He's back. Brandon Graham totally demolishes his offensive lineman and almost gets to Stafford, but Stafford throws it away, and it is incomplete. Throws it way overthrows Nacua, and that is going to bring up 4th down for the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, Brandon Graham was facing off against 85, I believe. He was facing off against an offensive lineman, and the offensive lineman was just mauled. The Rams are going to keep their offense out on the field. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his left, sends Kupp in motion. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Stafford hits as he throws, but he does complete the pass to Kupp that does get down to the 10-yard line. It is 1st and goal for the Rams. And remember when I said earlier that the Rams were going into this game 7 for 8 in goal-to-go situations? This is the kind of reason why. Hicks was there on the tackle. Ricks, I'm sorry. Ricks was there on the tackle. Blankenship was also there. Hassan Reddick had the quarterback hit. So Stafford's going to line up under center. Williams behind him, takes a snap, hands it off to Williams, or dumps it off to Williams, rather, and Williams is not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a yard there. It is going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Rams. We need a big stop here. We need a big stop here. We need a uh, second and goal. We don't. It would be huge if the Rams cannot see the end zone here. So we'll see what Sean Desai dials up. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his left. Sends a man in motion, takes a snap, throws. It's caught by Cooper Kupp, who's going to get down inside the 5, down to about the 3 is where they're going to roll him down. That is going to bring up third and goal for the Rams at the 3-yard line. And we need the biggest possible third down stop right here. No mistakes, no nothing. Third down and goal. We got about 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Stafford in the gun. Williams to his right. Stafford takes the snap. He's back. He throws. It is caught by Atwell for the touchdown. And there's a reason why the Rams... Yeah, that's a touchdown. There's no question about that. There's a reason why the Rams have done that kind of stuff. That was 24 James Bradbury there on the coverage. The point after touchdown is good, so that is going to make it 7-all. It's a tie game to start off, which, I mean, it's all right. That's all right. Would have been good to deny them there, but I mean, hey, the Rams have two really good weapons in Kupp and Nakua, and they were both visible. Cooper Kupp had 5 catches for 56 yards, and then Nakua caught a pass for 6 yards. Atwell had his pass as well there, his touchdown pass. So yeah, Kupp and Nakua got the Kupp, Nakua, and Williams really got the Rams down where they needed to go. That was a 14-play, 75-yard drive that took 6.5 minutes, and it does bring us to about the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. So the Eagles have done a decent enough job of, like, I mean, we saw the on the one play, Brandon Graham just totally made his offensive lineman look like he wasn't there. I believe that might have been Kevin Dotson, who was subbing in for Joe Noteboom, who is out with injury this game. Kyron Williams, four rushes for 10 yards. So, Matthew Stafford was not all that great on that drive. He was 7 for 10 for 65 yards. I mean, obviously, there was the one touchdown pass. So, at the end of the day, that's the only statistic that matters is how much are you scoring. But Stafford was not as perfect as Hurts was on that first drive. So, we shall see how things pan out when they come back from commercial. But the Rams will be kicking it away when we come back here. Long, sustained first drives really bled the clock in the first quarter here. So, Ethan Evans is going to kick it away. And that is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So that will bring up an Eagles first down from their own 25-yard line. So Hurts steps onto the field. And here we go. 2 minutes and 1 second left to play in this first quarter. Thanks so much for hanging out here, folks. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Hurts lines up under center, man in the backfield. Sends Goddard in motion. Hurts takes the snap, dumps it off to Swift, who trips at the 22-yard line. So he will lose 3 yards there. They're going to officially rule him down at the 23, so he only loses 2, but that's still, like, he tripped over his own feet, it looked like. Like, he tripped over, like, either his own feet or a blade of grass or air, because there was nobody there. So that will bring up 2nd and 12 for the Eagles. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Brown to the near side. Play clock winding down. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is complete to Dallas Goedert. It's going to get down to about the 30, so that is a pickup of 7. It is 3rd and 5. That was Ernest Jones on the stop there for the Rams. And this is a big 3rd down. Clock is winding down. We are inside of a minute left to play in the first quarter. Hurts lines up in the gun, sends a man in motion. Kenny Gainwell in motion to the near side. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught A.J. Brown, 1st down around the 39-yard line. Move those chains, folks. The drive stays alive. It is a 1st down for the Eagles. They're going to officially rule him down at the 40. So that is going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. That will probably bring us to the end of the first quarter. Clock is running. The Eagles don't have to run a play. They could, though. Then they look like they might try to. Hurts lines up in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who's going to pick up about 3. Going to pick up 2. They're going to rule him down as only picking up 1 there. 2nd and 9 from the 41. But that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here, folks. And we are all tied up in Los Angeles. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 7, the Los Angeles Rams 7. So what are we thinking? How are we doing? Please feel free to drop a comment in the chat. How are you doing here? Do a quick survey around the league here real quick. The Cincinnati Bengals and Arizona Cardinals game started just around the same time that ours did. Cincinnati is up 10-0 on the Jonathan Gannon-led Cardinals. The later games in the 4 o'clock block have started. The Jets are up 3-0. They just scored a field goal, so that is going to send it over to the Broncos. And then Kansas City has a touchdown lead over the Minnesota Vikings. So, what are we thinking? For this Eagles team, what got you excited about those first couple of drives there and about this first quarter? What didn't get you excited? Drop a note in the comments. Love to hear from you. And again, please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Eagles had 7 first downs on that drive, or in the first quarter. 2 of them came by rushing. 5 of them came through the passing game. The Los Angeles Rams had 5 first downs. All of them came through the passing game. Pass defense is one of the things I indicated in our preview podcast episode to keep an eye on, because the Eagles' pass defense is in need of attention surrounding especially Cooper Kupp. returning to the field. Eagles are 2 for 2 on third downs. The Rams are 3 for 4 on third downs, but they did pick up the one fourth down conversion. Eagles have 91 yards of offense in that first quarter compared to the Rams' 75 yards of offense. And the Eagles held the ball for 8 minutes and 24 seconds in that first quarter compared to the Rams' 6 minutes and 36 seconds. We are back from the commercial. It is 2nd and 9 for the Eagles to start off the second quarter. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Brown to the far side, takes the snap. He's back, he throws, it is incomplete. His target was Devontae Smith. It missed him just a little left. So that will bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. And a big third down here. So 3rd and 9. Brown and Smith, it looks like, line up to the near side. No, that's Watkins, I apologize. Hurts in the gun, takes the snap. He's back. He is scrambling to avoid pressure, and he's going to take off himself. He's going to get down to around the 49, picks up the first down. It is going to be Eagles ball 1st and 10 at midfield. So Hurts knew he had to get to that first down marker, and he did. You could tell we were just waiting on him to slide a little bit there and to give himself up. He had done that a lot more in the first 4 games, but he knew he had to get to that first down marker, and he was fighting off some Rams players, but he did get there. So it is 1st and 10 from midfield. Hurts lines up in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his right. Devontae Smith to the near side, Brown to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. He's airing it deep for A.J. Brown, it's going to be ruled incomplete. Looks like he did not bring that in. So that is going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from midfield. Jordan Fuller was there on the coverage. Hurts lines up in the gun, empty backfield. Brown to the far side. Takes a snap. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's going to roll out to his left. He's going to throw it away incomplete. Looking for Dallas Goedert. Does not get there. And that will bring up 3rd and 10 from midfield. We are inside of 14 minutes left to play in the half. Third and 10. Byron Young was there to deliver a quarterback hit there. Hurts is going to line up in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his left. Brown to the far side. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. He's looking for Quez Watkins, who has to leap to try to grab that. It is incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down. And that will most likely send the punting unit onto the field. Yeah, that ball is just a touch too high, touch out of the reach. So that will send on Braden Mann. He kicks it away, and I'm timing. There's going to be a fair catch. That was about a 5-second hang time. I'm impressed. Unofficially, of course. But that does bring up Rams ball. And that is going to put them at their own 9-yard line. So there is a timeout on the field with 13 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in the half. The score is all tied up, 7-all. Not thrilled about how that drive stalled. I'm not. At the end of those were not great. Yes, there are definitely things to work on. And this is the kind of stuff that when Coach Sirianni is asked during the week about whether or not the Eagles look as good, and he says, I would challenge that. I'm going to try to find that exact quote, but because that was one of these. It was definitely this week. He said this on WIP. He said, "We can't be any better than we are right now at 4-0. It's just growth. That's all I really can say, and we found ways to win games. Do I debate that we don't look good? Yeah, I would. 4-0 is 4-0. But it's this kind of stuff. Not finishing out that kind of a drive or not being able to extend that kind of a drive, that's a problem." Stafford lines up under center. Man in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off to Kyren Williams, who's going to get to the line of scrimmage, get to about the 10-yard line, and nothing more. They will actually rule him officially down at the 11-yard line. It is 2nd and 8 for the Rams. So we've got 2nd and 8 for the Rams. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams lines up to his left. Man goes in motion. Stafford takes a snap, does a quick dump off to Williams, who is going to get about 8 there. Get up to about the 18-yard line. 3rd and 1 is where he's officially going to get dropped or going to get marked down. So the Eagles have a chance for a big 3rd down stop here. And Matthew Stafford is going to line up under center with Williams in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off to Williams, who has a wide open lane and is going to pick up the 1st down and gets to about the 25-yard line. Like, what are we doing here, guys? That was a 6-yard pickup. It's 1st and 10. They're officially ruling him down at the 24. So we've got about 12 minutes left to play in this half, and the Rams once again picked up a 1st down. It's their first rushing 1st down, though. So Stafford lines up under center, man in the backfield. Sends a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to Williams, who's going to bounce to the outside and pick up about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 27-yard line. What are we doing? Inside of 11 and a half minutes left to play in the first half. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his right. Kupp initially lines up to the near side, then goes in motion. Stafford takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is incomplete, intended for Kupp. Darius Slay was in the general area of Kupp, but that is going to be incomplete. It was way over his head and out of bounds. So that is 3rd and 7 for the Rams from their own 27-yard line. And it would, I keep saying this, but it would be really, really, really good if the Eagles would be able to get a 3rd down stop here, and especially at this stage in the game. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his left. Takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is overthrown. He was looking for Puka Nacua. It was in his hands and out of his hands. Bounces over. There is a second chance almost with Cooper Kupp, but it is incomplete, and that is the 3rd down stop that Eagles fans have been looking for. So that is 4th and 7 now for the Eagles, or for the Rams from their own 27-yard line, and that will most likely bring the punting unit onto the field. Ethan Evans is the free kicker and the punter. And he goes and kicks it away. Britton Covey backfields it at the 10-yard line, but he turns up the field to the 20, gets to the 25, and is brought down around the 27, 28-yard line. And that is going, they'll roll him down at the 28-yard line. That is going to bring up an Eagles 1st down when we come back from the break. 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line with 10 minutes and 39 seconds left to play in the first half. Oh boy. Here we go, guys. So that was a big 3rd down stop. That I'm really glad to see. Because if the Rams had gone and marched down the field again, I would not have been pleased with that. And especially with the way that panned out, that throw panned out. That was just it was a high throw by Stafford. Nacua had a chance at it, but it bounced off of his hands. He was jumping, and it bounced off of his hands, and then it ricocheted. And then Cooper Kupp had a chance to get it, but it was incomplete. It was just a little outside of his reach there, too. So, what do you guys think about this this first drive, or these drives here? Drop a comment. Love to hear from you. Appreciate all of you hanging out one way or the other. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. While we're in the commercial break here, the Denver Broncos have scored a touchdown, so it is 7-3 over there in Denver. The Jets have the football, though. It is 7-3 in favor of Kansas City in the Kansas City-Minneapolis game, and it is 10-7 in Arizona in the Bengals-Cardinals game. So, no team is scoreless, at least, so far this week. Unless you're the Patriots. Patriots were shut out in their game. They had one of the early games this week. They were shut out against the New Orleans Saints 34-0. Time of possession battle has pulled about even between both of the teams. Hurts lines up in the gun. Brown to the near side. Slot to the far side. Empty backfield. Takes a snap. Hurts. Throws. Caught by DeAndre Swift, who's going to get to about the 30. Picks up about 3 there. Picks up about, actually more like 4 or 5. Gets to about the 32. So it is going to be 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. That was a 4-yard pickup there on that throw. Hurts, take it in the gun. Swift to his left. Slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. He overthrows Dallas Goedert. So that is incomplete. It will bring up 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. 3rd and 6, actually. I apologize. Sometimes the scoreboard graphic and what I have on my stats board over here differ. I try to rely more on the stats board here. 3rd and 6 from the 32-yard line. We are at 9 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in this first half. 3rd and 5. Big 3rd and 5 here. Kenny Gainwell in. Lines up to Hurts' left. Hurts is in the gun. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. There is pressure. Hurts is scrambling to his right to avoid the pressure. Throws caught by Kenny Gainwell, who's able to avoid the first hit and gets to the first down and a little bit more. He gets to about the 39-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. That will bring up another Eagles first down as they move those chains, folks. Yeah, he was able to avoid that first hit there by Kobe Durant and ultimately gets pushed out of bounds by Aaron Donald. But Hurts lines up in the gun, hands it off to Gainwell again. Gainwell is going to pick up about 2 there. And that will bring up a 2nd and 8 for the Eagles from their own 41-yard line. We are inside of 9 minutes left to play in this first half. Hurts making some adjustments at the line. Play clock winding down. Takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught by A.J. Brown, who is pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line, but that is enough for an Eagles first down. That is Akello Witherspoon there. Hurts lines up in the gun. Gainwell still in the game, lines up to Hurts' right. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to get pressure and get sacked. He had all day back there. He seemed to have all day back there, at least initially, but then somebody was able to get up and sack him. That is Van Valkenburg there on the sack. So that is a loss of 8. It is 2nd and 18. That does push the Eagles back into Eagles territory. It is 2nd and 18 from their own 45. So Hurts is going to line up in the gun, back to his left. That's Swift now back in the game. Hurts takes a snap, throws. It's caught by Swift. That's going to put him back into Rams territory. Gets down to about the Rams 46. It will be 3rd and 9 for the Eagles there. We are inside of 7.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Eagles have had 7 plays for 26 yards on this drive. It's 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift lines up to the far side, so it's an empty backfield. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, and he's going to take it himself, and he's going to get to the 40, down to about the 35, and that's a first down for Jalen Hurts, using those legs to pick up 12 yards and a huge Eagles first down with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left to play in this first half. And that is the kind of stuff that you just take that and you go. He was able to dodge a couple hits there. He was able to throw some people off, and so that extends this drive. It is 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Rams' 34-yard line. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is complete to Dallas Goedert, who is pushed out of bounds by Hoyt. Michael Hoyt there, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. He's pushed out around the 30-yard line. And I'm sorry, that was Stoll there. I apologize. 8 and 9 look very similar on jersey numbers, so that is Jack Stoll on that reception. So we've got 2nd and 6 for the Eagles from the Rams 30. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, who's going to, and then kicks it himself, and he's going to run down to around the 25-yard line. And so that is going to bring up a 3rd and 1 situation for the Eagles with 5 minutes left to play in the first half. It is 3rd and 1 for the Eagles, and they're lining up for that brotherly shove. Hurts takes the snap, and he got it. Big old brotherly shove. And that is another Eagles first down. And you knew that was coming. You knew that was coming. Watkins and Swift were there on the actual shove part. But that is 1st and 10. It is from the Los Angeles Rams 21-yard line. Or 23-yard line, I apologize. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. He's going to pick up about 2 there. 2nd and 8 from the Rams 21. 2-yard pickup. Jalen Hurts is 92.5% completion rate on those QB sneaks, on that brotherly shove play. Rest of the NFL is only at about 80%, a little bit more than that, 81%. They just put that stat up. Jalen Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift lines up to his right. Hurts takes the snap, does a quick dump off to Swift, who's going to get to the line of scrimmage, gets to inside of the 20, gets down to around the 16-yard line is where they will stop him. And that is going to be 3rd and 3 for the Eagles from the Rams 16-yard line. The Eagles are in the red zone for the 2nd time this game. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Hurts lines up in the gun. 3rd and 3, actually. Hurts lines up in the gun, Swift to his left. Hurts takes the snap, does a quick dump off to Quez Watkins, who is not going to get there. He's lucky if he gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that will bring up 4th and 3. And we will probably see Jake Elliott come on to kick this field goal. Probably. Yep, here comes Jake Elliott. The Eagles are 1 for 2 in the red zone. I did indicate red zone is going to be key here in this game. Elliott, take the snap, the hold, the kick is good. And with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in this first half, the Eagles take the lead again. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 10, the Los Angeles Rams 7. That was a 34-yard field goal that Elliott drilled, and it was the conclusion of a 15-play, 56-yard drive that took 8 minutes and 24 seconds off of the clock. So The Rams will have an opportunity to drive down the field, and they will get the ball to start the second half. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's here. That's where we're at this point. So, if the Eagles are able to come up with a big stop here, maybe a turnover, maybe some more pressure, maybe getting some serious pressure, some sacks on Matthew Stafford. The Eagles are sackless so far this game. The Eagles' defense is sackless. I'm sorry. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to see a sack come on here. Both teams are clean in terms of turnovers right now. The Eagles have picked up 12 first downs over the course of the first half so far. They are 6 for 8 on third down, and in the red zone they are 1 for 2. So we're just hanging out here. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here for this coverage of the Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media. Really helps the channel out. Really, really appreciate you one way or the other, even just for spending time to hang out here. As we wind down to these final minutes of the first half, what are you guys thinking here? How are we feeling? How are we feeling about this game? So Elliott kicks it away, and that's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams will start with it on their own 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford taking the field. Be really good for a 3-and-out here because that would give the Eagles an opportunity to drive down and score again. Because the Rams will get the ball to start the second half. Stafford lines up under center. Man in the backfield. Nakua goes in motion. Stafford fakes the handoff, then dumps it off to Higbee, who is going to get to about the 30, a little bit beyond that. Second down and 2 for the Rams from their own 33-yard line, and that does bring us to the 2-minute warning. So you got 2 minutes left to play in this first half. The Rams have the football but are behind. The Philadelphia Eagles 10, the Rams 7. Two minutes left to play. What are we thinking? How are we feeling, folks? I appreciate y'all, one way or the other, for hanging out. You could be hanging out anywhere. We're at the 2-minute warning, but let's take a look at some of these other games here. Just give you a quick little update. Arizona has taken the lead over the Bengals right now. It is 14-10 over there. The New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. The score over there is 7-5. So the Jets have scored a safety, and the Broncos have a touchdown. So the Jets have a field goal and a safety to their credit, whereas the Broncos have that touchdown. And then Kansas City holds a 10-3 lead over the Minnesota Vikings. So here we are. That's where things stand around the league. Appreciate you all hanging out one way or the other. We are at the 2-minute warning here for the first half. When we come back from the 2-minute warning, it'll be 2nd and 2 from the Rams' 33-yard line. So far on the day, Jalen Hurts, 15 for 21 for 114 yards with one touchdown pass. Leading receiver is Dallas Goedert. He's been targeted 6 times, 5 catches, 52 yards with one touchdown. Reed Blankenship is so far the leading defender. He has 3 tackles and 1 assist. For the Rams, Matthew Stafford is 9 for 14 for 80 yards and a touchdown. In the run game, the Eagles have worked in DeAndre Swift and Kenny Gainwell. Jalen Hurts has also been the leading rusher, though. Jalen Hurts has run 6 times for 40 yards. The other running backs have not had as much production. Matthew Stafford lines up in the gun, empty backfield. We are back from the 2-minute warning. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Stafford takes the snap. He's back. He throws. It's caught by Nacua, who's going to get the first down and get to around the 39-yard line. So that is a 1st and 10 for the Rams. They are doing a little bit of a hurry-up offense here. They do want to try to get a score in before the half. They will possess the ball to start the second half. Stafford takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires wide open Cooper Kupp. He's brought down inside of the 25-yard line and down to about the 22. Darius Slay was there, but he was playing so far off it wasn't even funny. And Slay might have even gotten away with a little bit of holding there. So wide open for as far as I'm concerned. So you got a minute and 29 seconds left in this first half. Stafford lines up in the gun, back to his left. Nacua in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off. Going to get dropped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up a yard. That is Ronnie Rivers, who's in. 10-7. We are coming up on a minute. Clock is running. Cooper Kupp is in along with Nacua. Atwell in as well. Those guys line up to the far side. Higbee lines up to the near side. Stafford in the gun. Rivers to his right. Stafford takes a snap. He's getting pressure. He is sacked. They're saying no, he's down. He's very clearly down. He does not lose the football there. But that will result in the Rams taking their first charged team timeout. They have 2 remaining. Was that a direct snap to Rivers? Or was that a handoff to Rivers? No. I don't know what they were looking at. There's 38 seconds left to play. Matthew Stafford was sacked. Loss of a yard. Jalen Carter is being credited with the sack. So there's a Jalen Carter sighting, and that is a big sack for the Eagles there. Because that does bring up 3rd and 10 for the Rams from the Eagles' 22-yard line. So we are in a timeout here, folks. Sorry, folks, had to mute for a second. You have a timeout. Coming back from the timeout here, we will have we will be coming up on halftime in just a few moments here. So we're back from the timeout. Stafford lines up in the gun. Back to his right. That is Williams back in. Takes a snap. He throws, looking for Nacua, who catches that. It's a touchdown. James Bradbury on the coverage. Nacua just reaches over him and gets it for a touchdown. That's horrific. That is horrific, horrific, horrific. "32 seconds left, so the Eagles have a chance to counter that. Point after is good. So the Rams have the lead. It's 14-10. 32 seconds left. Rams are going to kick it away. Yuck. There's a 22-yard pass to Nacua. And it was one-on-one with James Bradbury, and Nacua just... I mean, it was a good throw. It was in a spot where Nacua could get it, but, I mean, Nacua had to turn around a little bit, and Bradbury wasn't really playing for the football. Wasn't really playing to stop Nacua really either way. Nacua had gotten ahead of him. This is the kind of stuff that's horrifically bad, guys. You can't be giving that up, especially because the Rams are going to get the ball to start the second half. It was a 6-play, 75-yard drive that took 1 minute and 43 seconds. Ay vey. Somebody was also trying to get over and cover Nacua unsuccessfully. So, here we go. We're back. Rams are going to kick it away. And it's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So, 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 25. Hurts lines up in the gun. Gainwell lines up to his right. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's looking. He's going to take off himself. He's going to get to the 30, get to the 35. So that is a first down. Takes time off the clock. Hurts does go out of bounds. 24 seconds left to play in this first half. And they will actually officially rule him down at the 34. So it is 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. So 2nd and 1. Ball is on the 34-yard line. And now we've got a timeout called. And that is going to be a timeout called by the Rams. So they have one remaining. They're trying to figure their own thing out too, especially if the Eagles are able to make a quick score here. Be good if the Eagles were able to get something out of this. Eagles do have all 3 timeouts, which is good. We'll see if they need to use them at all. So Hurts lines up in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is evading pressure. He throws, looking for Devontae Smith. It's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. 17 seconds left. So that's going to, here's a huge 3rd down, 17 seconds left. Ball is on the 39. Hurts takes the snap, or the 34, I apologize. Hurts takes the snap. That's a wide open A.J. Brown down inside the Rams 35, down to the 30, and they're trying to fight him. And the Eagles are, and now there's a flag on the play. So that's going to probably even increase the yardage for some unnecessary roughness going on there for the Rams. Because that was, there's flags down. Depending on the outcome of this, the Eagles might not even have to use a timeout. What'd they call? They definitely called on a number 1. That's Darion Kendrick. That's a horse collar. They got him for a horse collar. So that's huge. That's a huge pickup. That is a huge, huge penalty call. And the Eagles will take their first timeout. So they have 2 remaining. Yeah, that's a 15-yard penalty that's being enforced at the Rams 30. So that is going to put the ball 1st and 10 from the Eagles, or from the Rams 15-yard line. That play took 10 seconds. So this is going to have to be a quick shot. The Eagles have 7 seconds on the clock. They're actually going to rule it a 15-yard. They're actually going to spot it at the 14, really, it looks like. A.J. Brown lines up to the near side. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. That's Kenny Gainwell as the back. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. Incomplete. And now there's a flag because it's pass interference on the defense. That is huge there. That is, again, Darion Kendrick there that's going to get nailed for pass interference. Big defensive pass interference there, and that will put the Eagles at the 1 yard line, and it's time to brotherly shove it up. 2 seconds left in this half. The Eagles move down huge. And now, I should take my flag notifier down. And the Rams will take their final charge timeout of the half. Oh boy. This is a huge first down. This is a huge play. It is first and goal from the 1 yard line. 2 seconds left on the clock. This will be the final play of the half, most likely, barring anything unforeseen. That was a big pickup by A.J. Brown. That was a 38-yard pickup. And then it was increased by the horse collar tackle that Kendrick did. So this is important here, guys. All right, it's brotherly shove time. He got it. He got it. Touchdown, Eagles, end of half. And that is exactly what you want to see if you were the Eagles. That is exactly not what you want to see if you're the Rams. That is huge. And so now we've got Jake Elliott coming on for the extra point to make it a 17-14 game, and it is good. The brotherly shove strikes again, and the Philadelphia Eagles go into halftime ahead with a score of 17-14. And boy, was that what you wanted to see at the end of this half. I have to take 30 seconds here. I have to go take care of something. I will be right back, and we will break down all of the statistics and everything that you could possibly want to know. So just please hang in there for me. I will be right back, and we'll talk about this first half because that, especially that last drive there, that was something special. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Hello, everybody. All right, let's talk about this score. Let's do a quick little look here, get everything situated. So, here we are. 17-14, Philadelphia Eagles are ahead of the Los Angeles Rams at the half. And so it's been a pretty even game. Been a lot of offense, which has been big. Lot of offense. Lot of just interesting things. Jalen Hurts for the Eagles, he is 16 for 23 in the passing game. 1 touchdown. He also has 8 rushing attempts for 50 yards and also a touchdown. So Jalen Hurts responsible for one of the Eagles' 2 touchdowns. The other touchdown was a pass to Dallas Goedert early in the first half on the Eagles' first drive, actually. A nice little 19-yard beauty. The Eagles were able to keep the Rams a little bit in check. The Eagles did come up with a big third down stop that kept the Rams from being able to get into Eagles territory on all their drives. So yeah, that was a big. It wasn't a 3 and out. No team has had a 3 and out yet. Each team has gotten at least 1 first down on their drives. So that's pretty. That's where we're at this point here. The Eagles have 16 first downs. Now the Eagles again kind of held the ball a little bit more in that first half. They were 18. They held the ball for 18 minutes and 39 seconds compared to the Rams 11 minutes and 21 seconds. So the Eagles have had 16 first downs compared to the Rams 9. The Eagles are 7 for 9 on third downs compared to the Rams 5 for 7. But that's also a big thing. The Rams haven't had as many third down situations, just in general. Like the Rams have, I mean, yeah, they had the one drive that stalled out, but the Rams have been just in general better in that regard. Because they haven't been finding the second down or the third down situations. They've been in a lot of situations where they've been able to get the 10 yards that they needed in just a couple plays, which good in the long run, I guess. Only the Rams have had to convert fourth down, and they did. It was a little 4th and short there, 4th and 1. So Eagles are 2 for 3 in the red zone. Rams have only seen the red zone once officially. Their second touchdown pass, which occurred just before the half as well, that was technically a 22-yarder. So that wasn't really a red zone pass, but the Eagles are 2 for 3 in the red zone, and they are 2 for 2 in goal-to-go situations, especially with that last drive. So Eagles have generated a few more offensive yards, 204 to 168. What else? Anything else of interest here on the stat board that I'm looking at? Rams committed 2 penalties, so that's that last drive. That last Eagles drive was really the only time that we've heard from Bill Vinovich, who is the crew chief, the referee for this crew. Referee is Bill Vinovich, umpire Alex Moore, down judge Dale Keller, line judge Mark Perlman, field judge Joe Blueball, side judge Jimmy Buchanan, and back judge Jimmy Russell. So that last drive is really the only time that we've heard from Bill Vinovich, and it was over the course of those 2 penalties. Both penalties on Darion Kendrick of the Los Angeles Rams, for a horse collar, which, I mean, say what you will about trying to tackle A.J. Brown, but trying to tackle A.J. Brown is tough, but you still can't do a horse collar, and that's what was happening there. When you, it is a foul to grab a player's jersey at or above the nameplate and then pull down, regardless of which direction that you pull. If you grab it from the back and you pull down to the side, or you pull down to the back, or what have you, it is a horse collar tackle. That is a foul. That is an unnecessary roughness penalty. And that is 15 yards. So that's how the Eagles were able to get the extra yards on top of the 38-yard pass reception that A.J. Brown had that set up the Eagles' final touchdown there of that first half. And then Darion Kendrick again was nailed for pass interference. And he was covering A.J. Brown as well. So covering A.J. Brown is not an easy task. Nobody's disputing that. Covering A.J. Brown is a big, it's a important task, and it's a very difficult task if you are a defender and you're tasked with covering him. But you can't do what Kendrick did, so you can't do that. And Kendrick is. So that's why Kendrick drew those two flags there at the end. But besides that, it's been a relatively clean game. No penalties, no turnovers, a couple of sacks over the course of the game, one for each team. The Rams, Van Valkenburg, that's Zach Van Valkenburg. He got a sack for Jalen Hurts, cost him 8 yards. And then Jalen Carter credited with a sack on Matthew Stafford. So that was a loss of 1, but yeah. So, sorry. So, yeah, here we are. We're just hanging out. What else we got here? Yeah, the biggest things really for the Eagles have been the offense, offensive perform. This has been an offensive performing game. So we've got Jalen Hurts. Again, 8 rushes for 50 yards, so he's been the leading rusher for the Eagles. DeAndre Swift and Kenny Gainwell, each coming up with some touches as well, but they've been a little bit quieter. Jalen Hurts has been, again, I said this, 16 for 23 in the passing game, 1 passing touchdown. A.J. Brown has at this point through the first half surpassed Dallas Goedert to be the leading receiver. 4 out of 5 catches for 67 yards, including, again, that 38-yarder that set up the Eagles' touchdown to close out that first half. Dallas Goedert is 5 for 6 for 52 yards. He had his longest was his own touchdown catch. That was a 19-yard pass. We've got DeAndre Swift. He is 3 for 3 in terms of the passing game. It's really good to have a running back who's a solid passer or who's a solid receiver as well. I don't think that's something that Eagles fans have noticed as much. So. On the Rams end of things here, so Matthew Stafford is 12 for 17 for 147 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. So he's a little bit better of a passer in this game. Kyren Williams has been the leading rusher, 7 rushing attempts for 21 yards. And then you've got Ronnie Rivers making an appearance. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua both having a sizable impact. Puka Nacua and Puka Nacua has one of the 2 touchdowns. He's been targeted 5 times, 3 catches for 34 yards. His longest, again, was that 22-yard touchdown. Cooper Kupp targeted 8 times, 6 catches. So it's been a time for these guys. And then the big name, Tutu Atwell has a touchdown. Tutu Atwell is kind of the number 3 receiver at this point, but not really. And then Tyler Higbee, also making some appearances as well on the stat board. So, yeah, but it's been on the whole, it's been a pretty clean game for both sides. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this this first half here as we get set to kick it away? What are we thinking? How are we feeling? The kick is away, and it's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So we're back into it, folks. What are your thoughts here about this this first half? Drop it in the comments. Love to hear from you. How's the game going for you? Stafford's going to line up under center, man in the backfield. Nacua goes in motion. Stafford takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws. It's going to be caught, brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Is going to be Ronnie Rivers. So Ronnie Rivers going to pick up. There's a flag down. Hello. It's going to be an eligible receiver downfield. Very, very favorite penalty for the Eagles. So that will bring up 1st and 15 from the 20. So that negates a line of scrimmage stop, and it actually marches them back 5 yards. That's Avila. They're going to call on that. That's Steve Avila. So Stafford is going to line up 1st and 15 from the 20 following the penalty. He's in the gun, empty backfield, takes a snap, and oh my goodness, Jalen Carter just mauls him. Jalen Carter coming in with a big sack to start this game. Makes it look like there was no defender there, and that is a loss of 11 yards. Marches them back to the 9-yard line. It is 2nd and 26 for the Los Angeles Rams. And wow. So 2nd and 26, Stafford lines up in the gun, back to his right. Stafford now moves a man, empty backfield, and Stafford throwing from his own end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Nacua. Nicholas Morrow was there on the coverage. Stafford was throwing from his own end zone. If he doesn't throw for the end zone, it does get hands to the face mask there. That Jalen Carter got away with one. It's 3rd and 26. And there's an injured Rams player on the field. That's actually their center, Coleman Shelton, going off to the locker room. So it's 3rd and 26 following the incomplete pass to Nacua. Hope he's okay. It's always rough to lose your center, the anchor of your offensive line. Brian Allen's going to come in to replace him. Stafford's going to line up under center, man in the backfield. Stafford takes the snap, hands it off to number 23. Why is he even allowed to get to the 20-yard line? Brought down by Bradbury. There is a flag down. This is probably going to be something dumb. Yeah, this I saw that coming from Williams. He got nailed. There's your makeup call. 1st and 10 now for the Rams from their own 35-yard line. It's a face mask on Zach Cunningham. Yeah, his face mask did move. That was there. That the Jalen Carter one, you might have been able to you. I mean, it's obvious when you missed that. Um, that one was obvious. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line now, and that wipes out. That stupid mistake wipes out a big 3rd down stop there. Stafford under center, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws, caught by Cooper Kupp. Nicholas Morrow is on the coverage. Reed Blankenship comes in to stop him, but that's going to put them into Eagles territory. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 48-yard line. Yuck. 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 So that's a huge swing there, because instead of it being 4th and 2 sticks, you've got 1st and 10 from your own 35, and then you have this monstrous pickup there, this 17-yard pickup. Stafford takes a snap, hands it off to Williams. He's going to pick about 3. So that's going to be 2nd and 7 from the Eagles' 45-yard line. Clock is running. We're at about 12 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Big Dom DeSandro there, celebrating with Nick Sirianni. They were showing the replay from the brotherly shove there. Stafford lines up in the gun. It's 2nd and 7. Stafford takes a snap. He throws. It's caught by Williams, who's going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of about 3. It'll push him back to the 48-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down and long for the Rams. And it would be really, really good if we had a nice, clean stop. We had Nicholas Morrow and Jordan Davis on the stop there. The loss of yards here. So Matthew Stafford lines up in the gun. Kyren Williams to his right. Now Kyren Williams going up to they're going to snap it directly to Stafford. Big miscommunication there. Stafford overthrows Cooper Kupp. There was pressure coming to him, and that is going to bring up 4th and 10. Yeah, Josh Sweat is coming in there. Josh Sweat's able to deliver a quarterback hit. And they're going to call that intentional grounding. They are calling that intentional grounding. So it's a spot foul, and it brings up 4th down. So it's 4th and 21 from the Rams' 41 now. So that's going to result in better field position for the Eagles following this punt. So that's going to be Ethan Evans on for the punt. And he kicks it away. Britton Covey. It's going to take it's going to take a Rams bounce. It goes out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 6-yard line. And we are in a commercial break now. So that first Rams drive following the half results in no points, which is good. Certainly good. Let's take a look around the field here. So we've got the Bengals and the Cardinals are still in halftime. The Bengals are up 17-14 now. The Broncos and Jets are in halftime right now, so that's 13-8 in favor of the Broncos. And then Minnesota has taken the lead over the Chiefs. So How are we feeling? All right, so here we go, folks. We are in the middle of a commercial break here. It's 11 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in this third quarter. It is 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 6-yard line following the punt. So we're just hanging out here. I should probably move my possession arrow. It is Eagles football. So the Eagles will have their first chance to score following the half after the big stop denying the Rams of points coming out of the half. We have 11 minutes and 9 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The Eagles are back on the field. The Eagles offense is back on the field right now. Jalen Hurts getting things started. He's going to line up in the gun with an empty backfield. Brown lines up to the far side. Smith to the near side. Hurts making some adjustments. Then he takes a snap. He's back. He is looking. He's rolling out to his left, and he's going to throw incomplete. He was looking for, who was he looking for? It's not going to say who he's looking for. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. That's Swift, I believe. It's the back. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to dump it off to Swift, who's going to get to about the 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and get pushed out of bounds. They will officially rule him out of bounds at the 13, so that will bring up 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. They're doing some pretty big focuses on Aaron Donald, one of the defensive tackles. Donald seems to be matched up when it comes to the Eagles' offense with Landon Dickerson. So that's and Dickerson seems to be holding it up. Donald only has one tackle so far this game. He does have one pressure. Play clock was winding down. That will force the Eagles to take a timeout. They do get a play. They do start to get the play off, but I guess the timeout was called before the sideline. Sirianni is livid. Sirianni is livid about that, about what was going on there. So it's 3rd and 2. Short timeout here. Welcome to the. That's some poor clock management going on there. That was. It did save an absolute disaster though. DeAndre Swift ran into Jalen Hurts, so it does save disaster and allows the Eagles to try again here. Hurts is going to line up in the gun. DeAndre Swift will line up to his left. A.J. Brown to the far side. Takes a snap. Hurts, back, looking, fires, complete to Swift, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 20-yard line. And Aaron Donald was really fighting. Cameron's trying to find him, but the Eagles have 17 first downs so far this game compared to the Rams' 11. Hurts, going to line up in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts, back, looking, fires. Wide open Dallas Goedert, caught at the 40, 35, down to the Rams' 31-yard line. And the Eagles, with about 9.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter, have a big pickup. That was a 49-yard pass to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are once again moving down the field, getting ready to strike. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to get to about the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a yard. Maybe. They will rule that he picks up a yard. It is 2nd and 9 from the Rams' 30. The Bengals have taken a 24-14 lead. So it is 2nd and 9 for the Eagles following the Swift run there. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to roll out to his right. Throws, caught by Dallas Goedert at about the 1st down marker. They're going to rule him down at the 20. That is a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Move those chains. Byron Young was there on the pressure for Jalen Hurts, but it didn't matter because Dallas Goedert was able to get up in the air to catch that football. So it's 1st and 10 from the Rams' 20-yard line. The Eagles are in the red zone once again. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his left. Hurts takes a snap, throws looking for A.J. Brown, and they are going to, that is a touchback interception. It is Rams football. He gets both feet down. That's a touchback. Numbskull. Brown's got to be pushing him out of bounds there. That he does the toe drag. Hate to see it. That's garbage. That's the first turnover of the game for either team. Witherspoon just had a great read on it. It was intercepted. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 20. So you have great movement of the football. You go down, you're able to get the football deep into Rams territory. You're going to Dallas Goedert. Able to pick up 75 yards on that drive. It was just a bad decision. Because Witherspoon was with Brown all the way. Hurts kind of just underthrows it, does not put it in a spot where Brown can get it. And Witherspoon is able to just jump and able to jump and grab it and bring both feet down and bounce. So that's a clear interception. So that was bad. That was really bad. That was really bad because the Eagles were driving. The Eagles were there, and it wasn't like it was a miscommunication. So here's Witherspoon. Yeah, he underthrows Brown. It's an underthrow to Brown. Witherspoon was right there. It's 1st and 10. Stafford in the gun. Kyron Williams lines up to his right. Tyler Higbee going in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off to Williams. Williams is going to pick up about 7. 2nd and 3. Stafford lines up in the gun, empty backfield. We're about 7 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Stafford takes a snap, throws, caught. That's Puka Nacua. It's going to be brought down beyond the 40, and now there's a flag. What's this? What's this nonsense? There's another that now they're going to get Reed Blankenship with the horse collar. So that's going to be another 15 yards tacked onto the end of that. That puts the Rams inside Eagles territory. There is a face mask there. Those fouls should have offset. Whatever. 1st and 10 for the Rams from the Eagles 43, following the horse collar penalty. Stafford in the gun, back to his right, takes a snap, throws, it is picked off. Picked off by Nicholas Morrow, and that is going to be an Eagles first down. So the Eagles get their own turnover on the board there. No, that's not going to hold up. That's not going to hold up. That's not going to hold up. That's going to get reviewed, and that's not going to hold up. This is going to go into a booth review. I guarantee that's going to happen. I'm going to put the alert up now. Guarantee you this is not going to stand. Nicholas, that ball touches the ground, and Morrow doesn't have control. Yep, that's confirmed. It's confirmed. It's Rams football. It's an incomplete pass. Morrow, it looked close. It was close, but Morrow didn't have control, and the ball hit the ground. Incomplete pass. So that wipes off the interception. It's still an incomplete pass. But target was Skowronek. Skowronek, I apologize. Skowronek. And that was some good pass defense there by James Bradbury to keep it from being caught. Keep that ball bouncing around. Now the Eagles just have to try again and try to get their own. How are we doing today, folks? How are we hanging out? This is a bad drive here. Yeah, they were showing this at the going into commercial. It's yeah. So it's 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. 6 minutes and 36 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Third quarter not. Third quarter not off to a great start for either team, really. But Rams are driving. Definitely not for the Eagles. Empty backfield for Stafford, who's in the gun. Stafford making some adjustments. Takes a snap. He's back. He's getting pressure. He throws. Incomplete. Eagles are looking for grounding there, too. He was pressured. They're not going to call it, though. 6.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Stafford lines up in the gun. Empty backfield. Kyron Williams to the near side. Takes a snap, throws, caught by Puka Nacua, and he fumbles the football, and the Eagles are going to fall on top. No, the Rams are going to recover it. Eagles look like they were trying to fall. Eagles look like they would have fallen on top of it, but the Rams do recover it. Cooper Kupp. That's going to bring up 4th down, though, for the Rams, and so that winds up being a loss. That's a huge. It's recovered at the Rams 48-yard line. So that's going to send the Rams punting unit onto the field there. And I'll move the possession arrow over here. Punting unit is on the field. 4th and 19, and the kick is away. And Covey going to field that at the 8. So once again, backed up in their own territory. They will officially rule him fielding that at the 9-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 from the 9 when we come back from the commercial. And maybe we can have a better start. Maybe we can have a better rest of this game. We are at 5 minutes and 38 seconds left to play. There is a timeout on the field. The score is 17-14 in favor of the Eagles. This third quarter is not going great, really, for either team. The Rams have had opportunities, but have not been able to cash in on them. The Eagles throwing a big interception on their drive. It's a 30-yard interception that it was not. That's not great. When Jalen Hurts underthrows A.J. Brown, it was a bad decision by Hurts. Really should have let him because Witherspoon was ahead of Witherspoon was underneath of him and just kind of had a really good read and was able to jump up and catch that football. How are we feeling today? What are we thinking about this game? How are we feeling about this game, folks? Or just drop a note in the comments. I appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. Really helps the channel out. Following this, we will have a post-game episode of the Bird's Nest podcast. I've got some exciting things coming for you guys soon. I just have to work out a few details. Dallas Goedert has been the leading receiver for the Eagles so far this game. He has seven catches, targeted 8 times, 111 yards for Goedert. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 9-yard line. Jalen Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts takes a high snap, hands it off to Swift. Is able to bounce outside, get to the 15, beyond the 15 to about the 17-yard line. That will bring up 2nd and short for the Eagles. It's going to be 2nd and 2. The pickup was got to about the 17, so it's a 2nd and 2. That was an 8-yard run. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his left, takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to get the first down. Swift gets the first down, and that is going to be 1st and 10. Gets up to about the 24-yard line. We are inside of 5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Appreciate y'all. 7-yard pickup here. Hurts is going to line up in the gun again. Swift to his left. Takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to pick up about 3 or 4. They will rule him picking up 3. It's 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line. That's a 3-yard pickup there. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift to his left. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught by Devontae Smith. That is the first time that Devontae Smith has had a catch so far this game. And that is going to be a 6-yard pickup. And that is going to put the Eagles at their own 33-yard line. It is going to be 3rd and 1. And it's brotherly shove time, folks. Hurts takes a snap, and he's got it. He's got it. Let's move those chains. Let's move them. It's going to be a 2-yard pickup, gets to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Brotherly shove strikes again. I appreciate everybody hanging out here. I love how at the end there, Mike Hoyt is trying to punch the football out as if Hurts isn't already down. 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 35. Hurts takes a snap. He hands it off to Swift, who's going to pick up about 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. That gets to the 38-yard line. Appreciate everybody hanging out here. You could be watching this game anywhere, but instead you're watching it here. I appreciate you. 2nd and 7. Eagles have 84 rushing yards on the day, most of them coming from Jalen Hurts. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. There's a free man going for it, so he's going to throw. Looking for Kenny Gainwell, but it's incomplete. Just goes out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the Eagles' 38-yard line. We have 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in this 3rd quarter here, folks. Eagles are midway through their own territory. Hoping to pick up 7 here and keep this drive alive. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. I apologize. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his left. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He is looking, and he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to pick up the first down, get to midfield, and get into Rams territory. Gets brought down around the 45-yard line is where they will mark him down, and that is another Eagles first down. Anybody remember in the Super Bowl season when the Eagles went to face off against the Los Angeles Chargers, and it was basically Lincoln Financial Field West, because it was like a 30,000-seat soccer stadium, and the Eagles absolutely dominated it because there was no Chargers fan base in LA. There's quite a bit of Eagles fans here at SoFi. 1st and 10 from the Rams 45-yard line. Hurts takes the snap. Swift was to his left. Hurts throws incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is not doing so great tonight in terms of, again, the passing game. Hasn't really been too much of a factor. He has one catch on 4 targets for 6 yards. So we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left to play in this third quarter. 2nd and 10. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Play clock winding down. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught by A.J. Brown at the Rams 30 and gets into the 25. Gets down to around the 21-yard line, and that will bring up an Eagles first down. We are at 1 minute left in this third quarter. Appreciate everybody hanging out here. Drop a comment in the chat. What are your thoughts about this game so far? First and 10 for the Eagles from the Rams 21-yard line. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts hands it off to Swift. Swift going to get inside of the 20. Gets to about the 19. It's going to bring up 2nd down. They will officially rule him down at the 18. Eagles are once again inside the red zone, where they have had varying degrees of success. But that will most likely, the Eagles are lining up like they're going to run a play. They probably will not get a playoff here. They sent Jack Stoll in motion, but the Eagles are not going to get a playoff. It will bring up the 4th quarter for this game, and the Eagles are within striking distance once again of scoring. It is 17-14 in favor of the Eagles with 15 minutes left of football to play. How are we feeling? What are we thinking here, guys? What are we thinking? Do we where are we at here? How are we feeling about this game? Appreciate everybody hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe. We've got 15 minutes left of play in this game. Take a look at some other scores around the league while we're hanging out here. Bengals are on top of the Cardinals, 24-20. So the Cardinals are closing in a little bit there. The Jets are on top of the Broncos, 15-13. And then Kansas City has retaken the lead from the Minnesota Vikings. So it is 20-13 over there. All of those games still in the third quarter. Cincinnati has about 3 minutes and 46 seconds left to play in the third. We are coming back here. It is time for the fourth quarter. Second and 7. Lane Johnson is doing a number on Aaron Donald. Sua Opeta seems to be holding up pretty well as well. Cam Jurgens on the injured reserve list. He's going to be out for at least the next 4 weeks due to an injury. Hurts lines up in the gun. Once again, the Eagles are in the red zone. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his left. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He throws. It's caught by Swift at the 15. Gets down to the 14 before he's bounced out of bounds. That will bring up third and 2 for the Eagles from the Rams' 13-yard line. So third and 2 for the Eagles. It's been a 12-play, 78-yard drive. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell to his right. Man in motion. Gainwell gets the first down, gets to about the 10. So that is enough for the first down. They are officially ruling him down at the 11, but he probably will be down between the 10 and 11-yard lines there. But that is going to be first and 10. And the important thing is that does allow the Eagles an opportunity to pick up a first down without scoring. Which, I mean, all they need is 10 yards. And then once they get those 10 yards, given how close they would be to the end zone, it would be brotherly shove time. Jalen Hurts lines up in the gun. Kenny Gainwell to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell is going to get initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to bounce outside and pick about 2. Pick up 3, actually. Second and 7 for the Eagles. They're at the Rams' 8-yard line. We are at about 13 minutes left to play in this game. The Eagles are in the red zone. The Eagles have had 60 plays so far this game. Eagles are driving. Second and 7. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell lines up to his left. Play clock is winding down. Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to avoid pressure. He's going to roll out to his right, and he's going to throw it away. Good call. That play collapsed pretty quickly. It will be third down and 7 for the Eagles from the Rams' 8-yard line. It is possible for the Eagles to get a score or to get a first down without a score here. It is third and 7. Ball is on the Rams' 8. We have 12 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in this game. Eagles have a chance to get another score. Hurts lines up in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's avoiding pressure. He's rolling out to his right. He throws. It is incomplete. Target was Devontae Smith. It was in the end zone. It was off of Smith's hands. Incomplete. That brings up fourth down. Quez Watkins wide open, and Hurts doesn't see him because he's trying to avoid the target. They're trying to avoid the pressure. That was Duke Shelley on the coverage, and that will bring out Jake Elliott once again to kick a field goal. Elliott, snap, hold, kick is good. So that makes it a 20-14 game for the Eagles. The Eagles remain on top. But the Rams have a chance to try and do it again. So we'll see. Eagles are now 2 for 4 in the red zone in this game. So there you go, folks. That's where we're at. We've got 12 minutes and 29 seconds left to play in the game. The Eagles are the Eagles are 2 for 4 in the red zone. Each time they've been in the red zone, they've come away with points, which has been huge and has been the difference maker. But the 2 of the times have been field goals, which don't count in that statistic. The Rams are 1 for 1 in the red zone. They do have 2 touchdowns. The second touchdown was technically it was out of the red zone. It was kind of red zone ish. It was at the 22 though, so it was close enough. It was a 22-yard touchdown pass to Puka Nacua. So Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are about even on the night. Kupp has been targeted 8 times. He has 6 catches for 95 yards. His longest was a 39-yard catch. Puka Nacua has been targeted 9 times. He also has 6 catches. He doesn't have quite as many yards. He's got 57, but he does have the Rams' only passing touchdown. Or I'm sorry, not the only. He does have their 22-yard passing touchdown. Then you have Tutu Atwell with the other touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 1 for 2 for 8 yards in terms of receptions, targets. So here we go. We learned last week that Nick Sirianni actually does not watch field goals. He looks away. He's looking at special teams coordinator Michael Clay. Michael Clay gives him the sign as to whether or not it's good or not. Elliott kicks it away. It is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So here we go, folks. All right, so we got 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 25-yard line. Stafford in the gun, takes a snap, throws a quick shot over to Atwell. Tutu Atwell, that's going to get to about the 31-yard line. That is going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Rams. Closing in on 12 minutes left to play in the game. Rams have all 3 timeouts. Eagles had to use 1 on a miscommunication earlier this half. Early in the 3rd quarter, actually. 2nd and 4. Stafford in the gun. Kyron Williams to his left. Stafford takes a snap, hands it off to Williams, who's going to pick up the 1st down and gets to about the 35. So that will bring up 1st and 10 for the Rams. Clock is running. They are doing a little bit of a hurry-up offense for the Rams there. They're actually going to roll him down short. So 3rd and 1, hands it off to Williams, and Williams is going, Williams is now. He looked like he was going to get dropped behind the line, but he does pick up about 4 there. 3, really. Stopped by Nicholas Morrow. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 37-yard line. Matthew Stafford lines up in the gun with an empty backfield. Now he's going to make some adjustments. Play clock is at 12. Stafford takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. He misses a wide open Tutu Atwell. Like, wide open. Like, there were players that were running like a couple of yards underneath them, but Atwell makes that catch, and it's a touchdown. Blankenship was pretty close by on the pass defense. I guess technically you could call it that. But realistically, at the end of the day, it is like Atwell catches that, and he's still running. There was nobody close to him. And Stafford overthrew him. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Rams 37. Stafford in the gun. Kyron Williams, I believe, to his left. Stafford throws, caught, dropped at about the 41-yard line? 42-yard line. That is Cooper Kupp on the reception. This is a new sighting for the Eagles. No, that's not a new. Who are? Third and 5 for the Eagles. Stafford takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He's going to float one for Cooper Kupp, and he's going to overthrow him. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Rams. $33. My list says the Eagles' number 33 is Tewan Mullen. My stat board is saying it's Roby. The punt's away. That's going to be a deep punt fielded at the 5. Covey's going to get to the 10, 15, get dropped down around the 19, 20-yard line. So not a bad return by Covey. Not a bad return by Covey, returning from a concussion. That is going to bring up 1st and 10. We have a timeout on the field with 9 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in this game. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 20, the Rams 14. And if you're an Eagles fan right now, what you're thinking back to is you're thinking back to the game that we had where we faced off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And when in that game, the Eagles drained 9 minutes and 22 seconds off of the clock in the final drive, which wound up being the final drive of the game. The Eagles were able to just churn clock and force the Buccaneers to just never get the football back. The Eagles have an opportunity to do that here. I'm curious as to, got to double check how long that drive was for the Eagles. That final drive. Possession is what I want to look for here. That started at the Eagles' own 25-yard line, and it ended at the Tampa Bay 11, and it only ended because the game was over. So, here we go, folks. We are still in a commercial break, but I appreciate you hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. 9 minutes and 55 seconds left to play in this game. We are in a timeout. The Eagles have a chance to replicate their 9+ minute drive, clock controlling drive here. Eagles are going to win the time of possession battle. The Eagles have held the ball for 30 minutes and 21 seconds. So they are, compared to the Rams, 19 minutes and 44 seconds. Fox right now is showing some highlights. The Rams did honor Hall of Fame coach Dick Vermeil at halftime today. Rams head coach Dick Vermeil, of course, he's more known to Eagles fans as Eagles head coach Dick Vermeil. Vermeil was the head coach of the Rams from 1997 to 1999, so they were doing a little bit of a honoring for him, but he's more known as an Eagles head coach, and he was the head coach of the Eagles during their appearance in Super Bowl 15. Vermeil is the oldest living head coach from that era, and is also the oldest living Super Bowl head coach, and one of two head coaches still alive from that time frame. So that's good. Hurts lines up under center, sends Goddard in motion, Swift in the backfield, takes a snap, dumps it off to Swift, who's going to pick up about 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Eagles from their own 24-yard line. The clock is running. It is 9.5 minutes left to play in the game. Eagles are going to try and drain as much clock as humanly possible. Ideally, I'd love a score here, too, at some point. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift behind him. Takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires a deep shot to a wide-open A.J. Brown, who's going to get out of bounds at the 40. And he is in Rams territory. So this will not most likely be a 9-minute clock draining drive. But I would like to see this drive has to end in points. We can't have this being a one-score game going into the final few minutes of this game here. The Eagles need to pick up some extra points here. And A.J. Brown coming away with the big pass there. It's huge. So 1st and 10 from the Rams 40. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift behind him, takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to get dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of about 1 there. 2nd and 11. Aaron Donald and Ernest Jones there combining for the stop. Mostly Donald. So, inside of 8 minutes left to play in the game. Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He fires. It is caught wide open. Dallas Goedert gets inside of the Rams' 35-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 4 from the Rams' 34-yard line. We have an opportunity here, folks, to pick up just 4 yards. We keep this drive going, possibly get some points here. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift lines up to his left. Timeout called by Philadelphia. They have 1 remaining. Play clock was at 2. Assuming the Eagles are able to hold on here, they will rise to 5-0 when they take on the Jets. So we'll see what happens. They got to be able to hold on. There was 2 seconds left on the play clock when the Eagles called that timeout there. Eagles have absolutely dominated in terms of yards for the offensive yardage in this half. Eagles have 204 yards in the second half. So we got 3rd and 4. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift lines up to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to get the first down to the 25, down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line is where they're going to mark him down. Move those chains because it's a first down, folks. We are inside of 7 minutes left to play in this game. Dallas Goedert coming in with a key block there on Jones, on Ernest Jones there to try and to allow Swift to pick up that huge chunk of yards there, and the clock keeps running. 6.5 minutes, 1st and 10. Eagles have the football at the Rams 28. Hurts in the gun, Swift to his left. Hurts is not going to get it off in time. It's a delay game. Yuck. It's all kind of nonsense there going on. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 15. That does take the Eagles out of the red zone. Hurts in the gun, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to get back inside the 20, down to the 15. So, all right, so now the Eagles are back in the red zone. There is a flag down. Let's see what this flag is. They're going to call illegal use of hands to the face on Williams. So that's Jonah Williams there going to get called for the illegal use of hands to the face. And that is going to bring up an Eagles 1st-and-goal that will put the football at the 10-yard line for the Eagles. 1st down. Jalen Hurts lines up in the gun. This will be a huge next 4 plays here. Swift to his left. Hurts takes the ball, takes it himself. He gets to the line of scrimmage and not much farther. That will be 2nd-and-goal for the Eagles. The Eagles are 1 for 1 in goal-to-go situations so far this game. I'm sorry, 2 for 2 in goal-to-go situations so far this game. 2nd-and-goal. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell in to Hurts' left. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell's going to stumble and pick up a couple. So it's going to pick up about 2. So that will bring up 3rd-and-goal from the 8-yard line. We are approaching 5 minutes left to play in the game. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Burstiness Media. It really helps the channel. Hurts lines up in the gun. Now there's a timeout, and the Eagles are going to take their last team timeout of the half. Eagles are out of timeouts. We have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the game. It's 3rd-and-goal from the 8-yard line when we come back from the timeout here. We are inside of 5 minutes. Rams are probably going to have a chance. Eagles hoping to put this game out of their reach, certainly out of easy reach. Hurts lines up in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his left. Hurts takes the snap. Hurts is going to take it himself. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage and no farther. So that's 4th-and-goal from the 8-yard line. Eagles cannot stop the clock, so they're going to have to send the field goal unit out if they want points here. They can't sort of fake it. This will make it a 2-score game. Jake Elliott kicking a 26-yard field goal. The snap, the hold, the kick is good. And with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in this game, the Eagles are on top 23-14. That drive came at great cost, though. It cost the Eagles their final 2 team timeouts. So that came at great cost to this team. It was a 10-play, 72-yard drive. Took 5 minutes and 49 seconds. But the Eagles were ultimately, at the end of the day there, not able to punch it in. Not able to not able to put it out I'll call it sufficiently out of reach. 2 scores is not impossible with this amount of time left in the game. 2 touchdowns is significantly harder. It would have been great for it to be a 2-touchdown game at this stage. So yeah, we're just hanging out here. Got a couple more, about 4 minutes left, a little more than 4 minutes left of game time here. It's a 5-minute, 49-second drive. Had 3 first downs. Jalen Hurts on the night so far, he is 25 for 38 for 303 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception. So Jalen Hurts has another 300-yard game. Hurts has also kind of evened the score a little bit with Swift here. So Hurts for a while was the leading rusher. He was rushing 12 times for 68 yards and 1 touchdown. DeAndre Swift is a lot closer there. He's now rushed 15 times for 61 yards. So 2 of them are pulling even in terms of the yardage front. It's taking Swift a little bit more to get there. And Kenny Gainwell has rushed 5 times for 10 yards. So here we go. We are back at it. Jake Elliott set to kick it away. And he does. And it's going to bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. And so that will put the ball at the Rams' 25-yard line. Kelsey frustrated following that drive. Stafford lines up in the gun, takes the snap. He throws, fires, incomplete, bounced out of the hands of Tutu Atwell. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Eagles need to stop him here. Cannot let the Rams score. 2nd and 10. No huddle. Stafford lines up in the gun. Williams to his right. Takes the snap. Throws. Fires. Caught. Cooper Kupp gets to the 40. That's going to be a first down. Gets to about the 42 where they're going to drop him. They will officially roll him down at the 43. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Rams at the 43-yard line. Kupp lines up in the gun. Williams to his right. Kupp takes the snap. He's back. He fires a deep shot to Kupp, who is going to... that's Stafford firing a deep shot to Kupp. Incomplete. Overthrows him. Matthew Stafford is 19 for 32 on the night for 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp going to the sidelines here. Stafford in the gun. Williams to his right. Stafford takes the snap, gets pressure. 52 and 93 for the Eagles, force him to throw it away. Zach Cunningham and Milton Williams both getting pressure on Matthew Stafford there. It's not intentional grounding because he was out of the tackle box at this point. So that will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Rams from their own 43-yard line. Big third down stop needed right here for the Eagles. Stafford has been sacked twice. Stafford in the gun. Sends Atwell in motion. Stafford takes a snap. He's under pressure again. He throws. He's sacked again. That's a 3rd sack on the night coming at the hands of Hassan Reddick this time. And that is going to bring up 4th and 12 for the Rams from their own 41-yard line. And you got to imagine if you're the Rams, you are going for it here. I mean, you've got time. You have time and you have your timeout. So you could. We'll see what happens here. But the Eagles defense is staying out, and the Rams offense is going to stay out on the field as well. So it's going to bring up 4th and 12. So 4th and 2 sticks. The Eagles have to make a critical 4th down stop here. The Rams have already converted a 4th down, but that was a much shorter 4th and 1. This is 4th and 12. This is 4th and 2 sticks. They have to get to the Eagles' 47-yard line. Stafford in the gun. Williams to his right. Now Williams moves into the line. Empty backfield. Stafford takes the snap, and he's going to get sacked again. Hassan Reddick coming in as a free man, unchallenged, gets to Stafford, and that is going to be a turnover on downs. And as long as the Eagles are able to hold this for one first down following the 2-minute warning, this game's going to be over, folks. Hassan Reddick, just like he was loosely challenged by one guy on the line. He was loosely challenged by Williams, but he was not able really to do anything there. And so Stafford forced off of the field. And the Los Angeles Rams, barring anything unforeseen, we could run into challenges. There could be some kind of a weird thing happening. The Eagles have gotten to Stafford, have sacked Stafford now several times. Eagles have sacked Stafford now 4 times on this game. Hassan Reddick twice. Jalen Carter twice. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is going to get to about the 21-yard line, and that's where he's going to get dropped down. There is a flag on the play. He did slide, so this is probably going to be unnecessary roughness. And the Rams are going to take a timeout. So what are they doing? Are they picking up the flag? I think they're picking up the flag here. Yeah, they're not going to call anything for the. They're not going to call anything on that. Swift did give himself up there, so they potentially could have gotten a head-neck contact. Unnecessary roughness. But here we go. It is 2nd and 4 for the Eagles from the Rams' 22-yard line. Rams have 2 timeouts left. Eagles have none. Eagles are up 23-14. Hurts lines up in the gun. Swift behind him. A.J. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to bounce out to the far side and get up to about the 19-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 1, and that will bring up a charge timeout for the Rams. So the Rams have one timeout remaining. Two minutes and 28 seconds left. 3rd and 1. Eagles have possessed the ball for 13 and a half minutes in this fourth quarter over the course of their last two drives. Rams have one timeout. This play will probably take it into the 2-minute warning, assuming the Rams don't burn that last timeout. It's 3rd and 1, and the Eagles are going to brotherly shove it. Hurts takes the snap, and he's got it. He's got it. Move the chains. Rams are going to take their final charged timeout. We have 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. That play is absolutely unstoppable. If you are, or when the Eagles run it. Let's clarify it. When the Eagles run it, it is absolutely unstoppable. We have seen varying degrees of success for for other teams doing it. Total of 150 rushing yards for the Philadelphia Eagles on the day today. And mad props to Sua Opeta for stepping in for an injured Cam Jurgens. Jurgens is on the injured reserve. The Eagles' offensive line has only allowed one sack on Jalen Hurts today. That is a game changer. So I don't think we fully expected. The Eagles' offensive line is certainly one of the best. Cam Jurgens plugging that hole in right guard there, but now Sua Opeta coming in, filling in. It's definitely noticed. Definitely helps. 1st and 10. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell lines up to his left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell is going to get inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. The Philadelphia Eagles are on top and just one first down away from ending this game. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 23, the Los Angeles Rams 14. And we are at the 2-minute warning. How are we feeling, folks? Drop a comment. How are you feeling? Love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. Quick survey around the league while we still got some games going on. The Bengals are on top of the Cardinals 34-20. The Jets are on top of the Broncos 21-13. Kansas City is on top of the Vikings 27-20. All of those games are in the fourth quarter. Cardinals have about 3 minutes and 16 seconds left. Everything else is early on in the fourth here. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out here today. Hang on one second here. My chair kind of lost a wheel. Thanks for your patience there. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. You could have watched this game anywhere, and instead you chose to watch it here, and I really appreciate you. Whether you found us here the first time or whether you're a subscriber, really helps just hanging out here. I try to do what I can to try and bring you awesome content every week. And we're just hanging out here. The plan is that next week we'll go live for the Eagles Jets. We'll see how that pans out. I'll definitely provide some updates. Definitely provide some stuff for you, some content. But Jalen Hurts lines up in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up behind him. Now he moves up to his left. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell bounces to the outside, gets down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The clock is running. Neither team can stop the clock. There is an injured Rams player that is going to be it's going to be number 95 there, Bobby Brown III, and they are going to get holding called there on Landon Dickerson. So holding is going to get called, so that will stop the clock, and that also marches the Eagles back a little bit there from that. So that's a 10-yard penalty. 2nd and 16 instead. So we do have an injury timeout on the field. It will not be an excess injury timeout because the clock was stopped due to the penalty. So inside of the last few minutes of the game, if the team that's down in the points is out of timeouts and then an injured player happens, they have what's called an excess injury timeout. The excess injury timeout impacts, or the excess injury timeout would, each team's kind of allowed one of them for injury, but anything over and above that, it's there's penalty yardage that's assessed. So Bobby Brown being carted off. Certainly hope he's okay. So we've got 1 minute and 50 seconds left. It's going to be 2nd and 16 from the 23-yard line. They are going to assess the injury timeout against the Rams. So it's technically their injury timeout. That's timeout number 4. That is being assessed. So that is going to be it's going to bring going to bring up 3rd and 2. So the Rams declined the hold. So the Rams declined the hold. So the penalty doesn't exist. So that's why the Rams were charged the 4th team timeout. So because that would also give the Eagles the down back and the The Rams don't want the Eagles to have the down back. So it's going to be brotherly shove there. And Hurts, that might have been a little too long. Yeah, the Eagles have been generally successful on that, but that was a solid 2 yards, and that did not pan out. So it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 8-yard line. So the Rams have a minute. They have no timeouts. The Rams are out of timeouts. They're even out of excess timeouts. So they have. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the Rams' 8-yard line. They are going to review. The booth is reviewing the brotherly shove. Hurts is standing there. Howie Roseman looking off. Yeah, Hurts' forward progress has never stopped. And they're checking to see whether or not he actually got it. Yeah, they're assessing whether or not are trying to set. The official came in. The official moved in a half a yard before coming in, which is an indication that the official marked the spot at that 8-yard line. So, but they really needed to get to the 7.5. If the booth changes this, it probably will be Philadelphia Eagles football. They're taking an extra look at it to make absolutely sure that Hurts didn't get it. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't enough to overturn that. There really wasn't. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 8-yard line. It is 1st and 10. 1 minute and 1 second left to play in this game. Both teams out of timeouts. Stafford in the gun. Williams to his right. 61 seconds left in the game. Stafford takes a snap. He's back. He throws. He's trying for Puka Nacua. He's going to miss him. Just narrowly underthrows him. 2nd down. 56 seconds left in this game. Following this game, the Rams will be taking on Arizona, and then they'll be taking on the Steelers. Stafford in the gun. It's 2nd and 10 from the Rams' 8-yard line. Stafford with Williams to his right. Takes the snap. He throws. He's looking. It is incomplete. He was looking for Tutu Atwell. And then Eli Ricks was there on the coverage. But it was incomplete, wildly overthrown. Eagles next week take on the Jets. Then they head home to face off against the Dolphins. The Jets is going to be at MetLife. And then they head down to Washington for the second matchup against the Commanders. Kupp lines up in the gun. Williams to his right. Kupp hands it off to Williams. Williams is going to run. It's going to pick up about 5 there. It's going to bring a 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 5 from the Rams' 13. The clock is running. The Rams cannot stop the clock. It is we're at about 30 seconds. Stafford takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's looking. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down, but it's going to be brought inbounds. Tyler Higbee is there on the reception. The Rams are going to have time to do a QB or to do a spike here. Stafford. No, they're going to go for it. They're going to take a shot. And that's going to do it. That will do it, folks. That is the end of the game after a pass that was caught by Puka Nacua for 14 yards, but was not enough, and he could not get out of bounds. So that is going to be the final score. The Philadelphia Eagles rise to 5-0 on the season after defeating the Los Angeles Rams by a score of 23-14. It was a better start. It was a better game than last week, if you're an Eagles fan. But it was a challenge at times. Those were huge. It was a huge game. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. You could have spent this game literally anywhere else, and instead you chose to hang out here, and I genuinely appreciate you taking the time to do so. I'm going to have a post-game episode of the Bird's Nest podcast after I shove some dinner down my throat. And then we will see. I'll have that going. And we've got some other content for you, so please feel free to like and subscribe, share. It really helps. Really helps the channel out. So I appreciate y'all taking the time here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. This has been so much fun. I really look forward to being able to stream these games. I can't get everyone, unfortunately, just due to some scheduling issues, but I try to get as many of them as I can for you. And this is just because it's great to have some folks to watch. Great to have folks to watch the game with, and I know people are looking to do that. So, but I appreciate you hanging out. I know, again, you could watch this game anywhere, but you're watching it with me, and I genuinely appreciate you. I'm going to shove some dinner down my throat, and I'm going to go ahead and get a post-game episode going here. So I'm going to sign off for you, but the Eagles will be taking on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium next week. We will be getting you ready for that game through the course of this week. But thank you so much for watching and tuning in to Bird's Nest Media's coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles' 5th victory of the season over the Los Angeles Rams, rising to 5-0. I'm Joe Donahue.